Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well. Today we are going to be drawing a haunted house, more of a cartoon style, just because it'll be more fun, I think, that way and easier for everybody. And then I'm going to add some ghosts to it as well, something kind of fun, not too scary. So we'll just start with the framework of the house, the roof, and then the walls, and then we'll add a little detail like a chimney and these beams or poles here, and the moon and then the bats. We'll add all those details after. So let's start with the framework. We'll start with the bottom here, and then we'll add the frame. We'll add the pumpkin and all that after, but first we'll just get the framework down. So let's start with the bottom actually of this house, and just start it as close as you can to the bottom. We want to leave enough space so we can move upwards, and because it's a two-story house. So what we'll do is we'll make just a line here, okay, just the bottom line. Okay, make it as straight as you can. I'm not going to be using any rulers, anything like that. Just just the way you can just start drawing with a pencil. You don't have to worry about digging around looking for a ruler. If you want to use a ruler, feel free. Just make it kind of that that long. Leave some space on each side here, and we'll just bring a small line on each side. Okay, and we'll make another line running parallel. And this is kind of like, looks like kind of like a brick bottom. So what we'll do is, inside of it, I'm going to make like bricks. And I'm going to make, like rectangles inside. And I'm going to try to make it a little bit uneven looking. So don't worry if the line, see how my line goes a little bit higher. And it's not completely straight. That's what I want. I want it to be like that. And we'll add some details like cracks and all those things in the bricks. But we'll do that later. First, just get the outline down, and we'll go from there. Actually, I changed my mind. We're going to put the beams, because the beams are kind of in the front here, so we can go ahead and put the beams in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw these beams, this one and this one, okay? And I'm going to draw the beams and stop, in the area here, so we can add the roof in after that. And then I'll draw the beams, then I'll draw the wall and the door and the window and all that. So let's do the beams first. Make sure we focus here, okay? So the beams are like in 4 parts. So just see how I do it here. So first I'll do the post on each side. Okay, and I'm gonna try to make it line up. That's how I kind of measure it by my eye. Okay, and then thickness, try to make it similar. It doesn't have to be exact, because the house is kind of crooked and messed up anyway. And then I'm going to make a little oval as the next layer. Okay, and then it has another beam, another piece here, but it's more kind of rounded, like that, and a smaller oval. So do the same thing on the other side. I want to make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Kind of curved, and then I'm kind of checking to see that they're kind of similar in height. And then one more here, and I want to make sure that I don't make it too tall. I want to leave room for the roof and then add a second story. So kind of keep that in mind as you're doing this. Actually, the picture has 4 parts to the beam, but I'm just going to put 1, 2. I'm just going to end it here. Actually, no. It is the same. It has another small part here. So I do have the same amount of parts that I do in the picture. I thought I would have to shorten it, but I don't. And then we're going to make a line here going across, okay, from the inside of this part to the next beam. And you can see that I didn't make this one high enough. So, because if I try to line these up, it's going to slant. So that's fine. That's why we're using a pencil. I'm going to erase that. If yours lines up and yours is pretty straight, touching each side, then you can leave yours. But mine didn't come out. Right. So I'm just going to adjust this. Okay, there we go. Then again, I'm going to kind of in the middle, make a line coming up, and make another parallel line. This is for the bottom part of the roof, and we're going to make the line slant in like this. Okay, and then the same thing here. Okay, this one is going to be a little bit longer, and I'll show you why, than this slant, because you see the top story, this part is more back and this area is more forward, so this part of the roof is a little bit shorter, and this one goes in a little bit deeper. Okay, so I'm going to make this one go in a little bit deeper here, like that, and then we'll draw a line about a little bit more than halfway for the top story. Stop about there. Okay, and then we'll make it coming, it kind of actually goes like a slant out a little bit, just like that, not completely straight, but kind of slanting out, and same thing on the other side, kind of slanted out. Okay, and then we have the other area that's coming out, so what you do is make a little line here next to it. Okay, and make a little another line coming down. Okay, and then a straight line, and it ends right at the end of the roof here. Okay, you can connect that. I'm going to erase that line sticking out, and then what we're going to do is we're going to make a line coming up, also kind of slanting out a little bit, and same thing here, right where this line comes down, like right there, make another line kind of coming out. Okay, and make another little line kind of coming up here. This is for a little corner of the wall, and then we're going to make a small roof on this one and another roof here. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Let me show you the picture so you can get an idea. So we did this corner and this part, and then we'll make the pointy roofs on right in the front, and then you'll see that there's more roof on each side. So first we'll make the little triangle here, okay, and then we'll do the rest of the roof. So let's do that. Let's this one we can make this little slanted line going in like this, and then we can make the triangle, so kind of make it at the middle. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to make it a little bit thicker, so I'm just going to make it follow the same line, just make it a little bit thicker. Okay, and make another slanted line going the same direction here for the side portion of the roof, and another line just going like this. And this part of the roof is sticking out here, so we'll put this kind of sticking out here, and another line right at the tip here, and follow the same line slanting here. This is the outside of the roof, kind of sticking out. And there's another like gutter pipe coming down here, we'll add that later, and then another line on this side. Okay, now we can add the roof here, so it has a little triangle right there. I'm running out a little bit of space on my paper, but I think we can make it work. So right, I'll bring it down a little bit lower. Again, another triangle, and then let's make that a thicker one, thicker triangle, or partial triangle I should say, and then make a little side line here, another one there, and then follow the same line to connect it. Okay, and then we'll make the rest of the roof there, and this is also going to kind of slant like that. Actually, this is supposed to come a little bit lower. Well, we'll add some tiles there, so that's fine. We'll fix that in a minute. And then again here, and then coming down. Okay, that's a good framework right now for the haunted house. And then we'll add a chimney in the back. So I'm going to make a line kind of right here in between the roof, the mini roof, and the the back of the roof part here. Make a line coming up, and another line going this way. Okay, this is basically the chimney. And then over here it has a little gutter, so we can make a little block like this, another rectangle here, and then I'm going to make a little, like 2 curved lines coming down in like that. I'm going to make a line coming down on the side. This is kind of like a gutter line, and then right here it's going to curve out a little bit, so you can make the bottom curve out, and then it comes down, and they actually have it going into a barrel, which is kind of strange, so I guess we'll do that. We'll just copy whatever they have. I'll kind of twist it out here and then down, and they have like a little barrel that so I'll make a kind of a curved line here. I don't know why it's going into a barrel, but they do have it. So make kind of like a little circular shape, and then a curve, and then you can go ahead and just close it out there. And they just have a little design on it. And some lines coming down. Okay, so this looks a little bit weird, so let me try to fix that a little bit. I'm going to make this, I'm going to erase this part here, do it again. I want to make this come out a little bit more like that. Make it make it look more like a pipe that's coming out, and then come down. And I actually had it kind of turning the wrong way at the bottom, so I'm going to change that to go this way, and then into the barrel. Okay, I'm just going to color that barrel part in there. Actually, let me erase it a little bit and make that, I'm going to make that curve a little bit better. Okay, so now we have that. Let's put some of the details here on the house. I'm going to put a little bit of design inside here, and now we're going to add, and you can customize it a little bit as you see what I do. And then I'm going to put a little pumpkin here, so just make kind of like a circle the best you can. This has to be perfect because pumpkins are not a perfect circle anyway. And you can make the pumpkin any face you want. You know how these carved pumpkins look, so I want to make mine a little mad pumpkin face. And you can do whatever you want. Be creative. Or if you want to just copy mine, copy mine. Okay, and then I'm going to put a few curved lines here for the pumpkin. Okay, then we're going to add the front door. So the pumpkin is kind of right in front of the front door, so I'm going to make a line coming up, not too tall because I want to put a curve here at the top of the door. I'm just going to make 2 parallel lines here for the side frames of the door. I'm going to close it off, and then I'm going to make a little line here for the top of the door, and I'm going to add some design to the top of the door here, and then bring that down all the way to the ground. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the design piece. So I'm going to put 2 lines here. I'm going to make a half circle at the top, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but see, I'm doing kind of short strokes to make sure it lines up. That's how I kind of freehand. And then you can put whatever design you want. I'm just going to add any design here. A rectangle, and then little I don't know what kind of shapes these are, but just for the window, make it look like some window design there. And there's some, we can put some spooky eyes in there, make it a little bit scary. Or you can make silly eyes also. And then we can color that kind of in the background. We can kind of shade it later. And they have like a little light here. And this one you can play with too. You can add, you know, different things on it. I might make it like a little skull on top of it, maybe. That might be cool for the light. It's a simple skull on top, and then it has like a little bulb inside. And this is kind of just glowing, a glowing light inside. A little light there, and then they have another what you call it, like little fence kind of in the front. I'm just and again, you can make any shape you want, so it just has two rows, and then make sure you have enough space for the other beam. Make a parallel line to follow that. Do the same thing on the bottom here, and then we'll make the beam. Here, and then we can make some lines inside to make like a little fence in the front. And then we can make another, they have another window here. So I'm just going to make a frame, a big frame for the window, a big square. And I'm gonna make a double line here. I'm just going to follow the same line again inside to make it like a window frame. And I'm going to add another, maybe like a cross here to make it look like a window, and maybe add some more spooky eyes in here. Okay, again, we can kind of shade inside there a little bit later. I'll show you what I'm going to do. And then they got some tiles here on the roof, so we're gonna make just make little squares, and make them all kind of different shapes. It doesn't have to be exact. Again, we're just gonna put different kind of size squares here, and we're gonna kind of layer it one under this top row. So the next one will be under this row, just to give it a little bit more of that old house look. And again, just make these kind of overlap a little bit, and it doesn't have to be, and I'm going a little bit fast because I want to make sure we can at least get most of this done in time. And then over here, I'm going to make it kind of stick out. These tiles kind of stick out. So I'm making it a bit more 3D on the end, adding a little bit of depth. If you can see what I'm doing here, putting a little line here in the front of it, so it kind of sticks out over the over this line that I made, and give it more of that old house look and feel. And we can do the same thing with these tiles here. Just put a bunch of squares kind of overlapping each other and make them stick out a little bit, make the house look a little bit old. Okay, now since I'm here, we'll go ahead and put another window. I'll put a little window sill at the bottom, so a skinny rectangle, and then another line right above it, and we'll make just like a semi-circle here. Okay, And then I'm going to make a little square frame in here. And then at the top, I'll make another 2 little windows at the top. And then we'll make some more scary eyes inside here. Okay, gotta make it haunted, right? Okay, now again, they got some bricks, looks like, over here for that. For the chimney. Kind of make it a little bit bumpy outside here, you know, a little bumpy. And then we'll go ahead and add the tiles to this roof. So let's go ahead and add those tiles in here. Again, just make a bunch of squares. Don't worry about where it's actually placed. Make it look, you know, make it look kind of bad, you know what I mean? You don't want to make this look like a nice, you know, neat house. You don't want to make it look like a house you want to live in. Make it look like a haunted house. Something that you don't want to go into, but then you do want to go into to see what's inside. Curiosity, right? It looks scary in there. I don't want to go in there, but I actually do want to go in there. Okay. Okay. Then let's add some. There's 2 windows here, but before I do that, let's make a little. I'm just going to make a little frame here on both sides for a little design there. And I think it's coming along here. Now we add little window at the top, half circle. Okay. And then again, I'll put a little square inside here. Okay, and then I'm just going to add some little windows at the top. You can do whatever you want there. And then over here, I'm going to add 2, let me show you. Just like this, side by side, and it has 2 little panels, and that meaning that the windows are open. And then we can put some more spooky eyes inside there. So let's do that. Kind of make 2 rectangles, and leave some space in the top and at the bottom, and in between, because we want to put some little door panels on each side sticking out. So we want to leave a little bit of space. See, I'm leaving some space here in between so I can add those details to it. So this one is kind of like a broken panel, so I'm just going to make it slanted. Another rectangle. But I'm going to put a little outline in here so you can kind of see that it's kind of like a panel opening up, kind of. And a little window frame here, window sill here at the bottom. And then just a little semicircle at the top. I'm going to do the same shape inside. Same thing here. And then we're going to put, again, another panel, window panel sticking out. And then let's put some spooky eyes in here. I want to put some like googly eyes over there. And then like some, oops, messed up on that one. Some mean little eyes in this one. Like that, yeah. Okay, and we got some spooky eyes in there. And then let's make a little half circle here for the moon right there. Okay, and we can make a bat now. Okay, so I'm going to make a bat inside here. Okay, it's kind of a funny looking bat, but you can probably look up bats if you want to later and make a better looking ones than what I'm doing here. But I'm just trying to make it a little bit simple. I'm sorry if I'm going fast, but you can go to your settings and slow the speed down. Oh, that doesn't look good. Let me do that again. And I didn't do it light enough so you can see my erase marks. But anyway, you get the idea. And then we can add some ghosts, like these guys. Okay, I'm just going to put some ghosts kind of coming out the side here. So first, leave some space. The head will be here and the body will come kind of down. So just make a little, kind of like an oval. Okay, and then a wiggly line for the arms. Okay, and then a few wiggles for the body, and you can make it kind of point and taper in there. And then I'm just going to put a little open mouth like that, and you can color those in, just 2 circles, and you can make whatever face you want. You can make it look more scary than that if you want. And let's add one on this side here. So again, let's put the kind of like an oval head, and then the arms, and then kind of make it wiggly and taper in for the body. And there's 2 circles for the eyes, and then an open mouth, oh, like that. And to make this look better, you can probably color in the bat and maybe make it look a little bit better than what I did. If you want to look up some pictures of maybe some cartoon bats or Halloween bats, you can probably fix this and make it better. But at least want to give you a starting point to draw. And then also, if you color it in this area, you'll see that it makes it look better. Just leave the eyes with the dark background inside, and if you use like a marker, maybe will probably be even better. But you get the idea here. Kind of make it look more dark. You can even use like bright neon colors for the eyes. I think that will make it pop out more. Just going to color in all these windows here. And obviously you can color it in neater than what I'm doing. And also the pumpkin. Just color whatever areas you feel like. Oh, I forgot to put the cracks in the in here also. So just put little wiggly lines, make kind of like a Y shape, and that'll give it more of a old haunted feel. And then we'll just finish off this one and the other bat up there. to finish it off. I'm going to add a little bit of shadow here on the side. And maybe some cracks on the walls, which actually might be a good touch also. Again, make like a little Y shape. Okay, and then this bat here, I'm going to color him, or her, could be a her bat, she bat. And you can take it further and color the background. You can add some spooky trees maybe. We don't really have time to add that. I don't have time to add that now, but you can do that. There's many things that you can do to make it look more spooky. So there you go. There's your haunted house. Happy Halloween, everybody, and I hope you guys have a safe Halloween this year. I know we probably can't go trick-or-treating, but I guess you can still have candy and enjoy. Thank you, guys.